The daring rescue of the mountain goat. Sophie loved to hike. The mountains were her escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. She would often pack a small bag with some snacks, a water bottle, and her binoculars. The binoculars were her favorite tool. With them, she could watch the eagles soar, spot the sneaky foxes as they prowled, and observe the nimble mountain goats as they clambered up the steep cliffs. One sunny day, Sophie set out on a trail she had never taken before. As she moved higher up the mountain, she noticed the air getting thinner, the plants more scarce, and the view more breathtaking. With every step, she felt her worries melt away. During her ascent, she decided to take a break. Finding a flat rock that jutted out, she sat down, took out her binoculars, and began scanning the surroundings. That's when she spotted it, a young mountain goat, stranded on a narrow ledge, bleating desperately. It looked terrified and trapped. Sophie's heart raced. She could see that the ledge was crumbling and the young goat couldn't go up or down. She had to do something. Leaving her bag behind, she began to carefully navigate her way towards the stranded animal. The terrain was treacherous. Loose rocks gave way under her feet, and more than once, she had to hold onto a shrub or a tree trunk to prevent herself from falling. But she pressed on, driven by the determination to save the trapped creature. Finally, after what felt like hours, Sophie reached the ledge where the mountain goat was stranded. It looked at her with wide, frightened eyes. Speaking softly, Sophie tried to calm the animal. "It's okay," she whispered, "I'm here to help." She noticed that the young goat had its leg stuck between two rocks. With utmost care, she managed to free its leg. But now came the difficult part, guiding the goat back to safer ground. Using some of the trail mix from her pocket, Sophie coaxed the goat to follow her. Every step was critical, and she had to make sure the goat didn't panic. Slowly and steadily, they made their way down. By the time they reached flat ground, the sun was setting, bathing the mountains in a golden hue. The young goat, no longer in danger, scampered off to join its herd. Exhausted but elated, Sophie sat down and watched as the herd of mountain goats moved gracefully against the backdrop of the setting sun. She felt a deep sense of satisfaction, knowing she had made a difference. As she began her journey back down the trail, she realized that sometimes the most memorable adventures aren't the ones we plan, but the ones that find us when we least expect them. The legend of the moonlit meadow. In a tranquil town nestled between two mountains, there was a meadow known to very few. Its beauty was unparalleled during the day, with wildflowers of every hue dotting the green carpet of grass, and the air filled with the symphony of birds. But it was at night, under the soft glow of the moon, that the meadow revealed its true magic. Luke, an inquisitive teenager, had heard whispers about the meadow from the town's elderly folks. They spoke in hushed tones about the wonders one could witness there on moonlit nights. Yet, they also warned of its mystical nature, urging the younger generation to stay away. One evening, fueled by curiosity and a touch of rebellion, Luke decided to venture out to this secretive place. He trekked through the woods, guided only by the light of the silvery moon, until he reached the meadow. As he stepped into the clearing, he felt an immediate sense of serenity. The grass shimmered like a sea of diamonds, and the flowers seemed to dance gently, even though there was no breeze. Luke, captivated by the sight, decided to sit down and immerse himself in the enchanting ambience. As the hours passed, he noticed faint outlines of figures emerging from the meadow's periphery. These figures, made entirely of moonlight, began to waltz gracefully around the meadow. They twirled and spun, leaving trails of luminescence in their wake. Luke realized he was witnessing the moonlit spirits that the elders had spoken of. Among these spirits was one that stood out. A figure, more radiant than the others, approached Luke with a gentle stride. Without uttering a word, the spirit offered him its hand. Hesitant at first, Luke soon found himself being led into the moonlit dance. The music of the night, the soft chirping of crickets, and the distant hoot of an owl created a mesmerizing rhythm. Luke danced with the spirit, feeling a connection that transcended words. It was as if they were sharing stories, dreams, and memories through their dance. As dawn approached, the spirits began to retreat, their luminance dimming. Luke's dance partner, with one final twirl, merged back into the moonlight, leaving him standing in the meadow, which now looked ordinary in the early morning sun. Feeling a mix of awe and gratitude, Luke made his way back to town. He chose not to speak of his experience, realizing that some moments are too sacred to be shared and are best kept in the sanctuary of one's heart. Years passed, and Luke grew older. But every month, on nights when the moon shone the brightest, he would visit the meadow. And each time, he danced with the spirits, celebrating the timeless bond between man and the mysteries of nature.